to my channel. It is Thursday, and Tasha had to go to the doctor. She wasn't feeling well. Well, she has a sinus infection, an ear infection, and she must have had it for probably a good 2 weeks. So I am going to go pick up her prescriptions because it is almost 3:30. I'm going to try to hold that. And Amelia has her first cheerleader practice tonight. So it's going to be hectic. So I'm going to help out here so she can get on her antibiotic. We have a road closed off right up here. Earlier we lost power for over an hour, and we are in another heat wave right now today. It's I think the last time I looked, it was 85, felt like 92. So nobody's been in the pool. We haven't gone out. We haven't done anything. It's just so hot, and even with sunscreen and everything, you know, the sun is just beaming. So last night when I got home, I did a few things. I had one video that was almost totally uploaded, and then I worked on my other video that I did last night when I went to Walmart. So they have a deal. I posted it on my community tab. It is 2 cold brews for $5, I think it is. So I'm gonna mediums. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I should have brought my cup. First I'm gonna go to Walmart and such, so that way it doesn't get all warm, because don't want that. And they have refreshers, I think, for $2 it was. So really thirsty. Should I get a refresher now? And then, alright, I'll do it out this way. I'll go to the other Dunkin'. Let's see how a couple times I've gone there though, and yeah, they're just not that great. So not too much is going on. I did put a little picture at the end of what I so far purchased for Trey for his first birthday. He is such a little peanut too. And I started going through my cart for Timo for him. A couple of things I need to adjust on the size. And I'm trying to think of what else I need to do. My mind is just turning. There's a lot of traffic for 3:30. So I hope everyone is doing good. I did start answering some comments. And then when Tasha had to go to the doctor's, I watched my grand. She wasn't there that long. They did have to test for COVID first though. And, you know, negative. So that is a good thing, because I was like, oh no. The last time, JR and her were the only ones that caught it. And this time, being that now I live alone, I'd probably be the one to catch it. Boy, when they had it, how I was washing the walls and the door handles and sanitizing things, that was a nightmare. But I don't know. I guess it's going around again. I'd heard in Florida and Canada and a couple other places. That's something I definitely never had and don't want to get. I think I've only had the flu 4 times in life, and walking pneumonia once when I was pregnant with JR. So, and I really wanted to go to Aldi's because I really don't have time though. Because I think yesterday they got all their new stuff in, and there was a couple candle scents that I really want to smell. Of course, they're not busy either. And I enjoy when I do the even my videos aren't great, you know what I mean? I know that, but there's a couple people that don't get out to the store. So when they see that I have one subscriber, she actually sends her husband to pick something up. So, you know what? And as I've always said, if you could help that one person, then so be it. Help that one person if that's something they enjoy. Oh, and then I think it was New England Coast. I'm not 100% sure when I was reading the comments. And I got distracted because Tasha had to run to the doctor's. Was asking about the reservation. The reservation is where you can go and you can purchase a carton of cigarettes for $42. So much cheaper than, you know, over what, $8.19 a pack when you go here locally. So, but I didn't get to do that today because, like I said, Tasha wasn't feeling well. And you could see it. She hasn't been feeling well for a little bit. But she keeps pushing and pushing and going. And God bless her. Because I'll tell you what, 3 kids, 5 and under, is not an easy task. It takes a lot of credit. So, Jar has a job interview somewhere else because I've said that his company will be closing. I believe it's February. I'm not 100% sure. So, I'm hoping he gets this job. It's a well-known company. Been around for years and years and years. Hopefully, that's just his job security that he needs, which would be great. Because he really, stresses about, what if all of a sudden you go and the doors are locked? Just like, years ago there was a Ponderosa. My niece went to work. She was 16. And she went to go to work and it was closed. It just said shut down. She had no idea they went out of business. There was another one too that went down like that. Friendlies went down, just shut, closed doors, no explanation, no anything. And there was another one too, and I can't think of it right off the bat. But it's scary to think of how, in a minute, overnight, it could be just closed down, shut, doors shut. Hopefully we can keep more jobs in America or get more jobs over here. Only hope and pray. Oh, and you know what? While I'm out this way, my gabapentin I have to pick up the refill. So I should do that. Go there, get that, come back around. Last night was enjoyable because, honestly, there was hardly any traffic whatsoever. People decide at the last minute to turn. And then maybe it could be they've never been there before or whatever. But you don't go from 50 to just 20 in a heartbeat like that. So because I seen myself coming closer up, you heard the beep. It's because I crossed the line to slow down to make sure I don't hit anything. I don't think they know this person where they're going. That's another thing with Jared getting the motorcycle. He's a safe driver now, but like I told him, you got to be careful for the other people around you. And what, is scary to me is you don't have the protection of a car. So yeah, it makes me nervous, but it's all in God's hand. That's how I see it. I know there's some that don't, but that is how I see it. So how the heck are you? Sorry, I just felt the urge to say that. I think I'm tired because I know I'm tired. I didn't go to bed until after 2 o'clock in the morning. I'd gotten home probably about 11:20-ish, and I put the things away, and then I also put the couple things I got for Trey away. And I didn't show you the pant, the like kind of like yoga pants, and the t-shirt I had gotten, or the 2 cups. I didn't show those. Don't ask me why. But I did put the picture up of that, so I had to put those things away. So I did that because there's a special hiding spot. So I put them away, did the groceries, then I said, you know what? I swept the floor and steam up the floor in the kitchen. And then I was like, oh, you're right here, because I have the small bathroom right off the kitchen. Tasha and Jar had the same setup. So I was like, oh, let me just go ahead, sweep it here and steam mop it, because it's like the ceramic tiles. So I did that, and then I was like, oh, I'll just take the garbage out, to the can. So I did the garbage and scooped the kitty litter, and I was like, holy smokes. And then I was up at, I want to say 6:10 this morning, and a lot of that is just my natural body. Just, I wake up, and I'm not the one that will like lay there until I fall asleep again. If I'm awake, I'm getting up and I'm moving. Because if I were to lay there and watch TV or whatever, I'm not going to lie to you, I would get stiff. So I give it like 3 to 5 minutes. If I can't fall back asleep, well, then I'm up. So I probably had two homemade iced coffees by 10 a.m. And when I make them, I use the medium cup. So it's not the large cup that like I'll get from Dunkin'. It's a medium. And I drank 2. What I do is now I use the percolator. I love it, because with the percolator you don't need any filters or anything, and it makes 10 cups of coffee. It's electric, so it plugs in. When the light turns on, it's done. And I buy the Dunkin' coffee, or I buy the from Aldi's. They have this, I want to say it's a German brand, and if I buy that, it tastes so good as well. So I'll go between 2 of those coffees. But what I do is I let it cool down, and then I pour it into a jug, and then I put it in my refrigerator, and then it's cold. So then I just, I have, JR and Tasha left me their ice machine, because she got a different one that's like the smaller, like the crushed ice or something. And I don't like the crushed ice, but she likes to chew on the crushed ice. So I have that ice maker, and it's the smaller cubes. Now I do have to say, because they're smaller, whatever, they seem to melt quicker. And then I find myself adding more ice, and then it's, I don't know, it feels kind of watered down, so to say. But this time, my first cup absolutely did not get that way whatsoever. My second cup, a little bit. So what else? I still have not yet to do that voiceover. At least I've done the car vlogs. At least after I upload them, I go ahead and I actually now delete them out of my phone. So I don't have those bits and pieces. They're gone. So I really need to find the time. And it's not that I find the time. It's that I'll go to start it, and then I'll think, oh, there's a couple dishes in the sink. Or, oh, I didn't dust today. Or, oh, my grandchildren were over. Let me make sure the floor is vacuumed very well. Because, they do eat in my living room, not on my sofa, but they eat like at the coffee table, or if sometimes Amelia stands at the entertainment center to the right or left of the TV. So yeah, so I'll start it, and then I'll just in my head think, oh, I gotta do this, and then I stop and I go do that. There's my car right there. I gotta go get cigarettes. I love seeing the same car. Wait till you guys see. There's 2 cars, and it's unreal. All right, so I go to pull in and the whole thing just flipped. But I did get a picture. And then her and I ended up talking. She bought it the same year as I bought mine from the same dealership. And supposedly what she was saying was each dealership was only allowed to have one of the teal cars. And I had purchased mine in January and she purchased hers in September. And the person stopped her one time at Carvel and said, you have a personal relationship with so-and-so because how did you get that car? He had wanted to buy it. She goes, well, I'd seen it parked out there and I went over and said, hey, I want to test drive the car. She test drove the car and she says, I want to purchase it. She said, this is before it was even cleaned up or anything, any detailing done. I said, that's too funny because I had went there to look at a Jeep, the newer Jeep that has the teal, and I had test driven the Jeep and then I test drove this, and this was so much smoother riding than the Jeep that I decided on this. So it's a small world. So her name is Candace and we introduced ourselves and she says, oh, I'll get people saying, hey, I waved at you and you ignored me. I said, my sister says that to me a lot, and then says, oh, I think I seen that other car that's just like yours because I waved and beeped and nothing happened. Don't go when they should. So it's a little bouncy here. Let me go through this drive-through and then I'll have to go into Walmart, and I am not walking but nowhere but the pharmacy. That's it. Hold on. Oh, and what I wanted to say before I forget is, well, when I was driving in, I seen that she was getting into the car, so I quickly took a picture. That's why everything fell. And as I'm getting out of the car, she's doing the recording saying, see, this isn't me. So I was just like laughing. I said, that's too funny. I grabbed the picture of yours. Just a small world, because I've been over an hour away, from where I live, and I have yet to see a car like this, just hers. So very interesting. All right, I'm in line. There's only two ahead of me, and then I'll jibber jabber some more. All right, mission accomplished. It's probably gonna fall while I do this, but we'll see. I'll have to adjust that other one. I was debating on making chicken Alfredo or making chicken quesadillas, because if I do make the chicken quesadillas, I can have some for the girls tomorrow, though I don't know if Tasha is going to take a sick day or not. She hasn't mentioned that, so we'll see. I'll talk to her, because I might walk over to the practice. It's not far from the house. We'll see. Well, maybe not as hot as humid as it is. I might not walk. I'm not going to lie about that, because it is a hot one. I'm going to start hitting traffic. It is 3:58, but the good thing is this is where a lot of the traffic normally is, so I'm going to just miss that, which is good. So I have been trying to catch up on some emails with some people. It does take me sometimes a couple of days, and I'm sorry about that. For a while, I couldn't even receive any emails. But I've searched YouTube and removed all those comments. Searched Temu, removed not comments but emails. Searched Temu, removed all those. Just searched different individual places that I know I get a lot of emails from, and then a few emails drizzled in so I just can't keep up with it, and I really don't want to do another email account. The two that I have on Google, and that's another thing, because it is Google and I have the photos go to Google as well. So but if I delete the photos, it's connected to my phone somehow, and it deletes them from my phone. I'm not willing to lose all those pictures of my grandchildren. I should go ahead and get like a special, like a USB thing special just for the years, and like put them in folders, 2019, you know what I mean, 2021, such like that, you know. So we'll see. Again, that's time consuming as well, but hopefully, I don't know how long it would take for a full year of photos to transfer over, and then I would have to select them in order to just get the photos of the grandchildren. And trust me when I tell you, I have a lot of photos, screenshots. So, yeah. No, I wonder if that pool place has that. Ordered it off Amazon. It's supposed to be here Friday, tomorrow it says. Time will tell. But there's a pool store there, but it's doubtful that they would sell the smaller pump filter. But then again, you never know. You just never know. My luck, I'm passing them by right now, you know. So I'm not going to make this too much longer because that ends up being a long car vlog for everybody. And all you do is just sit here and hear me mumble jumble and such. Like I said, I did mention to May and Queen and Joni that, you know, can you send me the link to the Discord? So I know that they've had problems with that in the past. So I don't know if I'll be able to get back in or not. Again, time will tell. And I was watching Joni's enchilada video, and I just love Mexican. My son loves Mexican. Alright guys, so until later, just know that